what I want to share with you is 5 mindset shifts that you need to have in order to scale your agency. It is so critical for you to focus on lead generation. It is literally a hunting or a fishing expedition. That's what you're doing. Your hardest job in scaling anything is customer acquisition and lead generation. That's what I did for the last 20 years. That's what I teach. I do it for B2B companies and B2C companies, e-commerce, and all of these different companies, is that they struggle with lead generation. So when you build a business, your job essentially becomes, how do I go find people that need this thing? And this is the hardest thing. Not a lot of people are good at this. Now, you are passionate about agency or marketing, you want to make money, but guess what? You just signed up for a new lead generation and customer acquisition game. And if you struggle in this area, you're going to struggle in scaling. So there's a couple things I want you to focus on. Number one thing is not to wait for leads to pop up in your inbox that you can sell to, or wait for somebody else to refer you a customer, because it doesn't work. All right? It's not coming. If you build it, they will come. Model doesn't work. I have to actively promote all of my businesses every single day. That's all I do. That is the business. In fact, like, if you can believe that that's the business, not the product or service that you offer, you're gonna be golden. However, most of us get caught up in what is it that we do and how well we do it and what are we good at and all of the industries that can help, yet nobody's knowing about the business. So this is the first mindset shift that you need to have, is that, hey, my job is customer acquisition. I may need to make phone calls, I may need to do cold emails, I may need to do social media posts, I may need to put myself in uncomfortable places, ask people if they know someone else that needs digital marketing, call my neighbors or whoever I need to do, reach out to the people in your small group. I don't care what you need to do. You need to do that to let people know you exist. If not, you're not gonna get any business, okay? Sorry to break it to you, it ain't coming. And that's my first recommendation for you to scale. Now, the second thing I want to teach you guys today is you got to have a sales process. You got to figure out how to handle a sales call. This is the thing most entrepreneurs the most scared of. They're like, it's all great, I can post on social media and get some buzz, but when they call me or we schedule an appointment, I don't know what to do, right? I'm gonna go blank. I'm gonna stare at the screen like, that's not gonna work. They're gonna be like, who is this person? What am I doing on the sales call? You have to be an engaging person that is nurturing and warm, and they want to share. You want them to lower the sales resistance. It shouldn't even feel like a sales call. You got to get to know them. Like, that's number one. Understand, what is the sales process? Why do I need it? And secondly, some of you guys have salespeople. But guess what? If a salesperson didn't come from a sales background, they have no system. They're going to wing it, which is what a lot of entrepreneurs do, and that's not a good system. That's not what I want my sales team to do. I sure don't want that for you. And if you're a solopreneur, you're taking all the calls, you're stressed out about this sales meeting, you have to know your stress level will go down when you know you'll have a sales system. And ours is 5 steps. It's super easy. It's made for anyone who is afraid of screwing up that sales call or is in 17 steps that you're going to remember on a sales call. It's very simple. You could print it out, put it on your phone or your laptop or somewhere around you so you know where you are in that sales call the whole time. I'm so fired up. Now let's go to the next one. That is some case studies and some testimonials under your belt before you can do it. You have to become the authority because they're going to make a buying decision, give you tens of thousands of dollars. They want to make sure that you know what you're doing. Do you have a way to showcase your expertise in what it is that you do, whether it's paid media, organic, social? If you say you're the expert and you want people to pay you, could they prove that you're the expert? And if you can't, we provide so many resources for agencies that are just getting started. It's not even funny. We let you leverage a lot of our technology and all our resources so that you could look like your part until you build up your own case studies and all of your portfolio and start to showcase your own work. And if you have it, start showing off what you've done before. Otherwise, people aren't going to trust you. And if this one piece is holding you back, which I know this mindset thing is really important. They're like, I don't want to pretend that I can do all of these things because I've never done it. That right there needs to stop, because that's where we come in, and you're borrowing our confidence and our examples to say, hey, our team has done it. We've done it 150 times, and here's all the proof that we can do it. Now, here's what I'm proposing that you do. They're gonna be like, yes, looks like Mark can do the job. Look at him, right? Like, he's confident and he's got case studies and success stories under his belt. So that part is holding so many entrepreneurs back. Now, the next piece is where you start to become really creative. You're like, yeah, I want to give them what they want. I'll build them a website, or I'll do their social media, or I'll do their Facebook. And then they ask you to do an email campaign, and they say, well, we're having a trade show. Can you come stand in the booth? You're just like, yeah, I'm going to go do anything and everything they say, because I want to be the most invaluable marketing person in the world. At the same time, you're going to become the most unscalable marketing agency in the world as well. And that makes you really unscalable, because you're only going to have 40 or 80 hours worth of time. You don't want to do that. You want to be as smart as possible. In a macroeconomic world that we live in right now, the smartest thing to use are contractors that you can leverage for a season to do the certain tasks that you may or may not have every single day, or you may not want to staff for. But you have $10,000 coming in, and you want to spend $5,000 of that on a hire. Go for it, right? Like, or $50,000 coming in, you want to spend $25,000, hire 5 people, and all you want to do is sales call. Go for it. But not every agency is ready to do that or want to do that. If you want to work with people remote, especially experts that know how to scale a campaign from $5,000 to $100,000, it's going to be hard to get one of those on your staff. I promise. Been there, done that, and I'm doing that, right? Like, so it's not easy. Now, I want you to know the next one is constantly be filling up your pipeline. What do I mean by that? And how is this different from lead generation and customer acquisition? Well, as I said in my first tip here, is that your pipeline is basically your entire business. That means that as you're moving leads through that sales process, you're doing proposals. If you're doing proposals, there are no leads coming at the top, then guess what? After those set of proposals are done, you're back to square one again. That means that you are feasting and you're about to have a famine from a deal perspective, right? Like, you're doing great, you close the deal, but where is the next lead? And that's what I call pipeline management. That is having leads come to you all the time from wherever it is that you want, and they're moving through that sales process, and eventually they're going to buy your products and services. So if you don't have more leads at the top, right? Like, if you don't have more leads coming in and you're not moving them through the sales process, and when they're towards the bottom and they made a sale, you don't have 5, 6 leads to follow up and call, that means that you're not going to have a great end of the month. If that's the beginning of the month, then you know nobody makes a buying decision in like instant. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to talk to somebody else. They're going to do some due diligence. They're going to get back to you in 2 weeks. That means that a lead is going to take at least 15 to 30 days to convert into a sale if you did everything perfect. So you have 30 days. You need to have a system to find people that are posting jobs, or they're posting on LinkedIn or posting somewhere for help, and building up your pipeline. This prospecting thing becomes one of the most important things. And if you can't handle that, you need to find a commission-only person to prospect for you, to set appointments, so you know you have a steady stream of sales appointments. This is going to be my last tip. There's already 5 that I shared. This is my bonus. And this is really, really valuable. This is what's going to keep you at whatever amount that you're making right now, or it's going to help you 10x. I promise you. Because this is where you decide to spend too little, or you're going to go all out like I do, right? Like, this is where you're happy, but you know you're worth more, or you know you can make more money. And the challenge most entrepreneurs have is that they treat the business like it's you plus whatever it is that you do. It's a solopreneur mindset. You have to think about getting out of that solopreneurship to a team environment. That team could be a contractor. I don't really care. It could be a virtual assistant on the other side of the planet. But that team part, you're gonna start building systems. You're gonna start saying, hey, we need Slack because we need to communicate with each other. Hey, let's get Google Drive so we can start storing files and organizing it. Let's put our proposals over here. Let's use DocuSign or whatever, HelloSign, so we can have clients sign it. Let's use whatever tool or platform CRM that you want. Now you're not just you, right? And this keeps you in that place forever because you're like, I don't need it. I could use Excel spreadsheet. I could just use my phone. I'll just text all my clients or put them on WhatsApp group. Like, no, that is not what's gonna happen because that's not how you scale. Now, there are businesses, they don't want to hire anybody. They just want to do all of them by themselves or outsource it. That's fantastic. But I know if I want dedicated support, they're on my payroll, right? Like I want dedicated support. I want all of the things that they're going to commit to working on making this thing successful. You're going to need to hire, and whether it's remote or on site. I'm going to leave that all up to you. It's up to you how fast you want to grow, but you have to know that you're not going to get there alone. You're going to need a team, and I'm going to recommend you a book for that. This book is by Dan Sullivan. The book is called Who, Not How. But this book will tell you that to get to where you're trying to go, it's not how you're going to do it. It's not how many things you need to do. It's who you're going to leverage to get you there. There's always a who that you need to have in your business. That who is not just you, it's whoever else that you need to have to create the content, to post the content, to generate leads, to take the sales call, to onboard clients, to do the fulfillment and customer success, upselling, retention, all of the things that you need to do, the finance, the accounting, you name it, somebody's got to do it. And it's just the who question, right? Who is going to do that for you? And you're going to learn how to do that. And I coach entrepreneurs how to find these people, retain them, and all of those things. And that's what we specialize in because we want to get entrepreneurs scaling. And we want to help these small and medium-sized businesses, the results that they're desperately looking for. They're looking in all the wrong places, but agencies are one of the smartest things that they could do from scaling. So they can bring the expert, don't have to hire the expert. They don't have to spend tens and thousands of dollars in-house. They can leverage you to be a growth vehicle. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so excited that you're here. I don't know how much you know about ClickX. What we do is we help agencies like you grow and scale. We have a scale program that is geared to helping agencies from lead generation to closing the deal that is your sales department to white label fulfillment. To find out more, there is a link right below this video. Go ahead and click the link and schedule a one-on-one call. We're so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next White Label Wednesday.